Sticks and Stones podcast. You are now listening to Sticks and Stones podcast.
Here we go.
Scroll on the thing so we can see if we're talking.
Oh yeah, we're talking. We're good, man.
Oh, there it is.
We're live.
Okay. I had thought of some, I don't know, some kind of different intro, and then I don't write it down, so I forget about it.
Nice job, dude.
But
Nice job, dude.
Just welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sticks and Stones podcast.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
This is episode 34.
Yes.
So also Shaq again. Episode Shaq
Shaq.
again.
That's Shaq times 2. Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
Oh.
Charles.
Ray Allen. That one's for you, Neves.
Mm-hmm.
We finally made it. Paul Pierce. Hakeem Olajuwon. The sticky icky Ricky Williams.
Who was I used to like Ricky Williams a lot. He was pretty.
Oh, he was awesome.
pretty dope. He was very mysterious.
Walter Payton. You ever watch the 30 for 30 on that?
On Ricky?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I still need to watch Harrison's.
The football life.
I haven't watched that yet, and it's.
I'm sure it's good.
I've heard amazing things.
They're always good, yeah.
Yeah.
The Megatron one was really good. The opening to that was really
Yeah.
good because he apologized to Detroit for retiring early.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Earl Campbell, the Thunder down under, or I'm sorry, the thighs. Motherfucking that dude had some thighs.
Yeah.
No homo.
Yeah, no Bruno. He did. He had some big old legs.
Franco Harris, your boy.
Mm-hmm.
The Herschel Walker.
Rep.
He got that was one of the big trades in the NFL ever.
Herschel Walker's.
Oh yeah, to the Vikings.
I don't remember.
Dallas traded him to the Vikings. And
yes.
Basically, they created the triplets from that.
Mm-hmm.
We got D'Angelo Williams, Nolan Ryan.
Kirby Puckett.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah.
David Ortiz.
Yes, sir. Roy Halladay. He is just retired a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So that's all the 34s I got. That's all I could really find. I didn't look up some NHL ones. I'm sure there was some good goalies.
Probably.
But
we have another one of the team leads that I work with
mm-hmm.
is a former. He played hockey.
Right.
So
his parents have money, huh?
He's Canadian. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's expensive, dog.
He's Canadian, and came down here to the Americas or to the U.S. To play hockey. He was on a bunch of different teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, working contracts, different stuff like that. From my understanding, I really don't know how it works. Because I was basically you're from Canada. I basically was like, how did you end up here in Ohio?
Right.
And it was just, from playing for different teams and stuff like that. And then his wife he had met while he was still playing hockey. And then she was from this area, I guess. So.
Okay. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Was he signed to an NHL team and then was in their
so. I don't know how
ECHL,
it works.
their AAA, AA?
Yeah. Yes.
I forget what that's called exactly. But I know that ECHL was the Dayton Bombers, and they were an affiliate.
Yes, he won a
to
championship. Before he came to Ohio with the Bombers, he had won a championship with somebody. I can't remember who he said it was with, though. So, it was pretty cool. I mean...
Yeah. The Bombers were fun to watch, man. I used to go to that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the Dayton Bandits, but all they did was fight.
Right.
We discussed that before.
Mm-hmm.
The Dayton Bandits logo was sick, though. It was a trash panda, again.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That is, one of the cooler logos of I've ever seen of a sports team. But we've got a lot of news in the past week.
I know. I seen an article yesterday, which was... No, didn't see it yesterday. I heard it on the radio yesterday. Apparently, this couple... out in California is suing this IVF clinic or in vitro clinic or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
her egg got mixed up with another couple's egg, and they ended up having this couple's baby, and that couple had their baby, and they didn't
So they
find out.
became surrogates for each baby.
Basically,
Yeah.
so like
It's not good.
they ended up. At some point after like 4 months, they just were like, "Yeah, this can't be our kid." I don't know how you figure that out. I don't know. But they ended up doing, like,
I see what
DNA
you're
testing.
saying. Okay. Sorry. I thought they were just like, oh, no, we don't want the kid anymore.
No, dude, like did DNA testing, and come to find out there was no genetic match, and they found the other couple through the clinic and stuff like that.
Right. They probably went through
Did
some
a
forums. Like,
did a
hey.
baby swap, and then
Really?
yes,
Wow.
traded babies, which
And a 4th round pick.
this
and some
sounds like a
cash?
fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
Like,
that would
could you
be.
imagine?
How would you like that to be explained to
Because people, when it gets to that point, to like where you have to go through that to have a kid, like it's already like you're emotionally wrecked already.
you? It's a pain.
And now on top of that, like,
And it's expensive.
oh, I had the wrong kid. You guys.
Better be getting my money back.
Well, they're suing the shit out of that place.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. Who fucked that
I
up?
found that to be pretty interesting.
Do you know where that was?
Somewhere in Cali. I don't remember where in Cali though.
Cali. Of course, Cali.
But I would love to see, like, you know, what I mean, what would that place even have to say for themselves? Like,
Well, there's nothing
there's
to say, really.
right. It's like
You can't say anything at that point. You fucked up.
that one was a doozy.
Say, hey, we fucked up. Well, everything that you paid for is going to be, given
think
back.
Suing him for malpractice and
Well, yeah.
something. I couldn't remember what the other one was,
Yeah.
but that was
So,
started my morning off.
yeah. Yeah, I read some articles today, some interesting stuff between just Aaron Rodgers and him
But
getting
he's taking some
dragged.
heat right now,
No,
unfortunately.
he's getting dragged. Which, I mean, he deserves every bit.
I mean, yeah, I get to a point. But I don't know. What do you feel? All
right, so I do fully support his message of body autonomy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Just people not knowing your shit, not your business.
Right.
This is 2021. It's not 1999. So it's a little harder to hide your business. But when you make it perceived or come off as that you took it or you were vaccinated, whatever you want to say, because he's going to spin it his way. It's a double standard in a sense of the fact that he wants to be able to control this last year in Green Bay because he was upset that Green Bay didn't do enough. Well, it's Green Bay's choice to, run the organization the way they want.
What, as far as like the COVID stuff goes?
Well, just in general, like picking up players, drafting players,
Right.
cutting players. That's their business. Mm-hmm. Like we had this discussion back in
Oh yeah, we talked about it a few
fucking
times.
May, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, sorry, probably late August because
Yeah.
that was when all the shit was going down.
Right.
We named the episode Karen Rodgers.
Right. It was sprinkled through. There's a few different episodes where we had talked about
Right.
Green Bay and Aaron.
But I can't get on board with him. This is another reason, like I said, the guy's just something's not right. Egotistically, he's
He's just tired. So here's the thing. I feel like, which I get it, especially from like listening to him on Aaron Rodgers Mondays or Tuesdays or whatever it is,
Pat
on
McAfee,
Pat
you mean?
McAfee and any of his other interviews, is so he's a very personal person. He keeps to himself. He does
Private, yeah.
He's a very private person, and anything that he does that other people don't agree with, and it's been through his decisions with the team, it's been everything. He's scrutinized for it, but he hasn't, you know what I mean? So you could start from him wanting a new head coach.
right.
Well, we are now seeing the head coach he had isn't worth a shit because he's in Dallas fucking their show up.
They're 6-2. And a year where I don't know who's good. And here, we'll get to that. I'll get to the apology party.
I don't know who's to blame for them losing to Denver.
Well, I understand that. You don't lose to Denver, but hey, man. Teams have bad games.
They do.
You can't say they don't.
No, they do.
Okay.
So we'll see. Again, it's 6-2.
We'll see
how they bounce
that's
back,
a pretty good record in 2021.
I agree.
But Mike McCarthy, obviously, he was gifted a team.
Oh, for sure.
I agree with that. He was also gifted a team.
They was all there.
He was gifted a team in Green Bay.
Exactly.
So, I mean, Mike McCarthy kind of. I'm sure. I'm not taking away from Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, but I don't like the fact that everything is always someone else's fault and it's not mine. Mm-hmm. That's the problem I have with him.
Yeah.
Also, it was clear as day one with Green Bay, the organization, how clear they were with him and Brett Favre, because they drafted him while the legend, Brett Favre, was arguably at his peak,
right,
or still at his peak, and they said, "Hey, we're not taking your job away from you, Brett, but we're just preparing.
Right,
in the next couple of years, we expect you to retire or move on." Brett didn't like that. Brett moved on. Mm-hmm. Well, Brett got traded, went to the Jets, retired. I can't remember how it all went down. Either way, but that's clear as day one for Brett as it is for Aaron. Look, Aaron, nobody's bigger than the organization.
Well, right.
You are filling in the shoes of a legend. We don't know what you're made of, but at some point you're going to take over. Aaron turned into a pretty goddamn good quarterback. Mm-hmm. But the problem was Aaron is now in Brett's shoes.
Right.
And doesn't like it.
In a way, but the thing, I don't think it's to the point to where, like, Brett Favre is better, or wasn't. Aaron Rodgers is better than what it seemed Brett Favre was as he was coming to the end of his career. Like, Aaron Rodgers I feel has more abilities.
I don't know, because yes, in the sense that they get to every NFC championship just like Brett did, and then lose. I mean that's just straightforward.
True.
Brett got to an NFC championship with the Vikings, 2 times?
Yeah.
And then got beat to shit by the Saints, one of them. Like, I mean, that was Bountygate.
Right.
But I mean, they're both very similar in the late stage of their career of how it has broken down. And Green Bay has been an organization that it's a meat market. Your name means nothing. You mean nothing.
Right. After
a certain point in time.
Well, right. And
hey, what you gave us great memories, but hey, we want to continue those winning legacies.
Right. And I think, and I get that, but at the same time, again, and you know how I am, I'm all about the organization because it is a business. But on the flip side of that, and this goes with anybody, he has to look out for number one.
Right.
So.
Right. I'm not opposed to him.
Right.
Getting the contract renewed to get out. That's fine.
Well, right.
That's fine.
Exactly. So,
but,
again, I don't know. It's an interesting situation. But I mean, when it comes down to it, I feel like he got slapped on the hand because he did that interview and that key question, are you vaccinated? His answer, I'm immunized or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then next day, oh, okay, cool, dope. Well, you're positive for COVID. Take the week off.
Well, right. You know that if you say that you're something in 2021, you better make sure you are specifically that something.
Well,
what they're
he said
asking.
I'm immunized.
Right, but you can't dance around anything.
But that was his way of saying.
The other issue, though, is that if you're not actually immunized, then the NFL has all the fucking protocols in the world that he has broken already.
So the thing is, he didn't mean immunized as in I've been vaccinated. He meant like I've had like hepatitis and what the fuck ever.
Well, he got
shots,
he
but-
went a secondary route. He didn't take ivermectin. He just asked Rogan about it and all this other shit. I think he
right.
took some kind of blood like thing where it makes your white cells,
Right.
whatever.
Joe Rogan took damn near everything available to anything on 2 or 4
I don't
legs.
give a shit what your opinion is about ivermectin. I don't give a shit about if it works. I don't give a shit if, the problem I have is if the NFL wanted you vaccinated, and that's what they said, vaccinated with one of these 3. Mm-hmm. And somewhere down the line, he got away with it and said that he was because he wasn't wearing a mask, all this other shit that he has to do, and if he's not immunized, they're gonna come down on him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's suspended a game.
I don't think it'll
Fine.
be I don't think it'll be because not everybody's vaccinated.
Right, but the problem is he broke protocol. The protocols are like, if he wasn't vaccinated, he has to be wearing a mask at any media stipulation.
Right.
He shouldn't have been at the party.
Right.
That kind of shit. Like, they can get him for that
You're right.
because they drew that into the contract.
Right. I agree. But that's his choice to make, though. But that's
Right.
my thing when it comes down to it. Again, I understand these are athletes and these are pro athletes and they're in the spotlight and stuff like that. But we all got decisions to make.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is his decision. If this is how he wants to go about it and that stuff. I mean, it's hard to speculate because, well, it's not hard to speculate because this is somebody that's in the spotlight. So everybody feels like they should have everybody feels that they should be judge and jury on him and his life and what happens to him and how he should be living his life. And
Right.
if he doesn't do it the way that they think he should, then he's a shithead and all this other stuff like that. And it's just like,
I think he's a shithead for many other reasons.
well, I know, but for this, to me, it's just again, it's the same thing as like,
I could care less if he was
right?
vaccinated.
I don't give a fuck, dog.
I don't
I mean,
care.
you slinging that rock or no? That's the only thing I care about.
Right. You going to win this weekend? No? All right.
That's it.
I'm not betting on the Green Bay
Right.
Packers.
So I mean, it's not the end of the. I don't think it'll be the end of the conversation for him and maybe even a couple other players. But he bit on that question. They caught him. They caught him with that question because he was clear on his stance on being vaccinated and everything else like that from the beginning, and a lot of more stuff started coming out because he was questioning Green Bay and the NFL changing their policies for people that didn't want to be vaccinated. And then comes this interview, and then comes this terrible question that he answered in a fucking terrible manner. And then comes, oh, guess what? You're positive all the fucking sudden for COVID.
Right.
Take the week off.
Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Here's a hot, steamy L for your organization.
Right. Well, double. I mean, they took an L on Sunday. I don't get where he thought that he would get away with it, because at some point it's gonna backfire.
Well, but
What happens if they make the fucking Super Bowl?
If he could stay out of press conferences and all that other shit and and all that other stuff like that, you'd be good. But you can't. He has to do it, otherwise he gets fined.
Yeah. He has.
He
to
has
answer
to
the
be a
question.
part of the media
But
stuff.
I mean, you can just say I'm not answering that question. Also, that's. But what happens if, say, he wasn't vaccinated, he made it all the way to the Super Bowl, and then he got sick?
It sucks.
The NFL ain't gonna wait on him,
No, the NFL ain't gonna wait. I mean,
and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck, dude? You lied. You told us you were."
Yeah, but he never said he was vaccinated.
You have, in order to be able to go to a media press conference without a mask, you have to claim that you are vaccinated.
I don't think that he claimed anything. That's the issue. Like,
Well, then somebody in the organization is getting butt bucked for that one.
well, probably, but it's not going to be him.
He will get something.
He was pretty clear. He already did.
He will get fined.
He was pretty clear that he wasn't going to be getting vaccinated. So it shouldn't
That's
be
fine.
any kind of.
There was a deadline.
I don't understand all these people that are so shocked by like, what? You're not. I'm like, he said that from like week 1,
Well,
preseason-ish time.
he would have to be fined.
I mean, yeah, they'll fine him if they do, they do. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, that's his choice. I
Right.
understand. I'm all for that, but it's just why not be up front? Why dance around it? That's the problem I have with it.
I don't know.
With somebody that's been
Because
so
I feel like he's tired of playing the games with the media back and forth all the time because I mean, they've been the media for the NFL and has been on his ass this past year. I mean, they have been.
rightfully so though.
They have. Well, I get it, but at the same time, it's intrusive to his life, obviously. Which it's like I'm making these decisions. I mean,
Well,
why do I have to?
let
keep
me ask you
explaining
this:
myself.
if you were to tell your job, I don't know if I'm going to be coming in this year, and then your job cuts you a deal, and you're like, all right, you get to your job, you then have a press conference at your job. This is all hypothetical. Obviously, you're not gonna.
Right.
But then you get to the
That'd be dope.
you
as
get
fuck,
to
though.
the job and you want to say, "Hey, look, I want to thank my job for cutting this deal. I want to say that also this organization sucks. It doesn't do very well for my mental health. They don't do well in hiring good people, and that's part of why I didn't want to come back." Right. And he did these things. I mean, we saw that.
Yeah.
In a press conference. He went up there for 45 minutes and fucking dragged the Green Bay organization. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so, my man. Mm-hmm. Right back at you. That's the way karma, whatever, the earth, God, Allah, whatever, man.
Allah.
Whatever, dude. But I mean, I'm not sitting back relishing in it. It's just be up front. If you're going to be up front with the organization in a press conference because you felt that you needed to be, you kind of have to be up front at least with them for the year. Hey, I'm not this, and I'm not going to be this.
Right.
And that's fine. We'll work our way around it. But hey, stick to the fucking protocols. Because if you don't, they're gonna hammer us.
That it made his life easier. He wouldn't have to be around.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
My thing is
he's making it harder for himself. That's the problem.
I think, but because in his head, it's like he wants to be. I'm gonna tell you this, and you're probably not gonna be surprised, but he's one of those. He's going to be one of those. He's one of those people that, no, I'm not getting vaccinated. No, I don't want to wear a fucking mask. My immune system is my immune system. If I die, I die type of people. So for him, it's just like, I'm not changing my life for this, that, and the third.
Whoa, yeah.
That's what he feels. So he feels like
I'm Aaron Rodgers.
he should. I mean, at least that's my take on it, which I agree. But
I
me
totally
personally,
get that
even
vibe.
if I felt that way, me personally, be like, this is my ticket to not have to be around none of these motherfuckers all the time, and I can just come in, do my job, and
I'm out.
Right.
I'm going to make it as easy as possible for you. Here it is. I'm not getting vaccinated. I won't be at any fucking meetings. I won't be at this, or not meetings, but media things unless I have to be. Other than that.
Yeah, but he would have missed that dope-ass Halloween party dressed up as John Wick. That shit was...
I mean, that was a fire fit. That was a fire fit.
He
But
looked just like him.
he did. But that's probably where it got you. You were over here with the trigger discipline. You know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, just be up front, man. It'll save you a fucking fuck ton of problems.
I got a request for some commissioner duties.
Oh, yeah?
Jake texted me and asked me to remove that trade.
Yeah, I told him. I told you earlier. Either way. Yeah, I don't know what they're up to. They're all trying to trade for David Montgomery, so good luck with that.
I don't know why.
I mean, everybody needs it back, unless you're like a few teams. But other than that, as far as the Steelers-Bears game, we got to talk about it.
Let's talk about it, bro.
I'm not accusing nobody of nothing. I just wanted to send some memes this morning just to stir it up because I didn't watch the game.
So here's the deal. There were. I mean, I don't even know where to start. We'll start with how it ended. It should have never been that tight of a game. The score of the game should have been a win by 10 at least.
You were up 14-0 at halftime, right?
Right. We were up 14-0 at the beginning of the 14th quarter.
did watch
Or not
the
14-0, but we were up 14 points at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Right. The fourth quarter was like, you were like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Because I was watching the highlights this morning at work.
So,
God damn. This was actually interesting.
The game got tight in the last 6 minutes because McLeod on a punt return decided to turn into the joystick instead of just going north and south, because who the fuck does that anymore? He wanted to get fancy, and I'm gonna this, that, and the third. Hey, dog, you're only up by a score and a field goal.
Right.
With 6 minutes left in this game, let's just ride. Let's just get this out. Let's just go home.
Right.
No, instead, we're going to get fancy. What happens? Ball gets punched out because you're McLeod, and you're generally not that great at holding on to the ball anyways.
Damn.
Touchdown. Touchdown for special teams. Okay, now it's a 3-point game.
Right.
Now we're battling back and
It was
forth.
21-24.
Oh, my God.
I think, something like that.
It was ridiculous.
Right.
And it should have never been like that, though, again, because it's just there were some great plays on offense. There were some great plays by I mean, the receivers were making great plays. Ben was playing great football. They weren't getting him the plays fast enough at a certain point. Like, Ben looked good last night.
Najee looked good.
Najee, hey, listen.
He looks good.
Every week.
I get it.
But
But
what I say at the beginning of the year, at least 2,000 yards.
what, 1,000 receiving, 1,000
And
rushing?
1,000. I said 2,000 all-purpose yards.
Where's he at right now? Do you know?
Before the game he was at like 12 or 1,300.
Okay. I mean, it's not out of the realm. He's 8% snaps.
He's a beast.
The dude don't come off the fucking field.
He's a beast.
He's good. I mean, everything I've read about him, he's a team guy.
So did you see the pregame though?
I saw the. What are you talking about? The
Sent him down. So their pregame warming up. Sent him down the sideline on like a 15-yard, just a little whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Jumped up, turned around. Psh, I mean, it was.
is he Odell Beckham activities?
No, he's better. So it's just.
Hey man,
Nah,
Odell was
man,
the
he's
fastest
better.
to 2,000 yards dude ever.
Say, man, quick flash. It's like when your bacon grease catches on fire. That's Odell.
God damn.
I mean, but yeah, no, the game was ridiculous. You want to talk about penalties?
Right. That's what I
Oh,
wanted
my.
to get into. Now
The Bears just couldn't
the Bears got hosed.
keep their shit together when it came to the penalties.
Well, they got hosed on the one. It wasn't. Now, don't get me wrong. That didn't ruin the game because there was like 3 minutes and they got the ball back.
Right.
They got the ball back twice actually. They got the ball back then, and then they got the ball back with like 30 seconds left after you guys kicked the field goal to go ahead. But the taunting call. I mean, dude, I see that shit every week, and I haven't seen it called yet.
So
but
I don't know what actually happened because they slowed that down and reviewed it a couple times because the announcers kept saying he was all the way across the field. How is that taunting? Da 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 da. Because they thought because he was looking at the Pittsburgh sideline, right?
Right.
But this was when he was already almost off the field on the other side of the field. The ref started pulling the flag out when he was going past the ref.
Right.
In the middle of the field, which people did not see.
Well, right.
The ref was already reaching for his shit, but just
that's
couldn't
the
grab
other
it.
thing is the ref, picked his ass basically. He sticked his ass out and tried to pick him
Wait, what?
like a NBA player. You didn't
The
see
ref
that?
tried to-
He stuck his ass out. Let's say you're running at me, and I just go ahead and step in your direction, or I stick my ass out.
How? I don't think he was trying to pick him. I think the ref just was trying to make a move so he didn't get ran over. And you can only either go one way or
It
the other.
looked a little questionable from the ref. It didn't make sense why the ref would stick his ass out at that point. It just didn't make any sense. I'm not saying it had to do anything with the Steelers.
Right.
And
I
he
think
obviously
the
was
refs are
reaching.
part of the game.
He was obviously reaching for the flag. You could see that.
Oh yeah.
But I just don't agree with the call. I mean, obviously we know that the NFL is trying to crack that down. Now, there hasn't been some bad calls because players haven't really been taunting.
Right.
And he made a big play. The guy had a little emotion. He stood up, kind of looked at your sideline like, "Hey, we stopped you. We got the ball back. We might go down and
I don't
score."
know if that's because again he didn't do that until he was already across the field. I don't know if that's what he got the flag for. I don't think it was though.
I don't know what happened. I mean, obviously they interviewed Marsh, Cassius Marsh, I think.
What a name,
Yeah.
Cassius.
Did you see him in that interview, by the way? Man. So he's a white dude in a fur coat with a big ass fucking fur like hood thing. And he looked like something straight out of a Crazy Town video, dude. You remember Crazy Town?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking Butterfly Baby song.
Yeah. I mean,
He just looked like the Island Boys.
that's ridiculous.
But he was a full on white dude. I mean, it looked weird. You were like, what the fuck is this dude?
Amazing.
Did they just pick somebody up? I didn't.
Right.
I really did not expect him to look that way. It was crazy.
Out there
But-
living his best life.
Oh yeah. I mean, shit. I'd dress up wild as fuck too if I made that kind of money. I mean,
That dude, I think he was a little too emotional. That linebacker, he actually was on the Steelers practice squad and got cut.
oh,
in the
that's why.
preseason.
No, there's
And
there's
then
a
the
little
Bears
history.
picked him up,
Okay.
and he's not one to be able to control himself on a regular basis. So
He looks a little
unhinged.
unstable.
Yeah, a little. He is, but at the same time, it's one thing if your gameplay matches that, and more times than not, it didn't.
Well, he's a
So-
special teamer, right?
Right.
I mean, he ain't
So-
getting on the field any other way.
Right. Yeah.
No,
So
no,
it's-
that's there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Which
Fuck,
again,
I'd be great if I could do that.
so yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, you're happy with the outcome, but at the same time, I was still pissed because it was just like, come on, man.
It's a
Like
tight
some of
game.
this stuff is a tight game against Justin Field and Matt
Hey,
Nagy. Are
He
you
looked
kidding
good.
me?
He looked good.
Matt Nagy is dog shit.
Matt Nagy is dog shit, but Justin Fields, he looked good. He was running for his fucking life.
Hey,
Hey, and Cam Hayward.
TJ boy,
I mean,
Cam.
Cam Hayward had that nice little scoop and
defense.
almost score.
Lord, that defense. It's just like again, so many issues, some questionable shit on special teams. Obviously, a touchdown off of a punt return, a boggled punt return and a bobbled, whatever, fumbled punt return, and just some bad mistakes, but still improvements.
No,
Some
you're winning.
improvements, yeah.
Well, you're second place in the division right now.
Hey,
Let's talk about
hey,
that.
throw it in a circle for the Steelers, dog.
So currently the Browns are in first place, correct? No, the Ravens. Sorry, the Ravens. The Ravens are in
The
first
Ravens
place.
do not survive their positioning because I'm telling you, motherfuck the Vikings. Motherfuck the Vikings and their god awful coaching and their Kirk Cousins. You're the fucking worst.
Hey man,
You are a disgrace.
they had the game. They had them.
You got Jefferson, you got Thielen, you got Cook, you got Madison, you got a halfway kind of dog shit defense. What are you doing?
Dude, it's Kirk
can't-
Cousins.
They started the game out 14 up too, didn't they?
Yeah, they were up quite big. I think.
What are you doing?
They got up because of a kickoff return too. I think
The
they were up
Ravens
21.
at one point were 21 points unanswered in the second half.
I mean, Lamar's only going to be able to be stopped slightly for so long.
But that's the issue. It's not even like
I mean, here's the deal.
I don't know.
Lamar-
I don't get it. I don't know.
Lamar is elite. We know that.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no doubt about that. He
He's
is the
special.
best.
he's special.
He's the best.
Somebody is
Mobile
going
quarterback.
to because he's the only thing on that offense. They got one receiver and no running backs. Nope.
I mean, they do. John Harbaugh does a very good job about putting in players in good position, or putting players in good positions, should I say?
John Harbaugh is lucky that he has Lamar Jackson because Lamar Jackson runs the offense.
Well, Lamar Jackson creates a lot of opportunities for him.
Lamar Jackson calls the plays.
It's the sandlot football bullshit.
And that's the thing. It's not sustainable. You can't do it forever because the games that
no.
they end up losing, he looks
When
like he's dead.
When it's playoff football and say they have to play the Titans,
Right.
which I told you. The
Nah,
Titans are
man.
not as bad as everybody thinks without Derek.
That shit ain't serious.
That defense, dude.
Prime
the
time
past
football.
4 games, they beaten the Bills, the Chiefs, the Rams, and someone. I think the Raiders or someone else that was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they've beaten quality opponents.
Mm-hmm.
They made us look.
I think it was just
bad.
That's what happens when you play primetime football. Changes your team.
Well, like I've always said this too.
Yeah.
McVay in primetime is God. He's god awful.
Right.
He gets too cute.
And it's just you got Stafford out there looking like he's in Detroit still. I mean, it was
bad. I didn't even watch the game. I'm glad I didn't.
well.
And everybody's gonna say, "How the fuck are you a Rams fan? You didn't watch the game, dude."
But that's the
I'll
thing,
tell you,
and it's
I just
none of
can't-
it, and none of it's the quarter, none of it's Tannehill. So again, that's not sustainable because
Well,
the
yeah,
Titans
they were on
defense
the.
is
They were
also
within the
trash.
5 fucking.
Tannehill
3
can't
times.
run the offense.
Well, I'm not saying the Titans are gonna be world beaters, but they will make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs
because they're already 7-2.
They're 7-2. The Colts are on their heels though. The Colts are on their ass.
I think they play one more time.
They do.
Probably. What, week 17?
They do, and I bet it'll be a battle.
They'll probably have Derek back.
No, they will
They're
not
gonna
have- they're
they're
not have
gonna
Derrick
do
Henry
everything they can to get that man back.
That would not be good for him to
He
come back to
don't
this
give
team
a
who
shit.
to come back to this team that is not going to make it to the Super Bowl. It would be a waste of his time and a
They'll
waste
be in
of the season.
position to win the division, probably easily. I don't
But
think
they
the
are
Colts
not
are gonna.
making. They don't have the team to go to the Super Bowl.
They don't have to have the team. You know how players are, man. I want to contribute. I don't give
For
a shit.
me, it would be smart if somebody was like, "Hey, dog. Hey, here's the." I wish he could see it. Like, "Hey, listen, this ain't the team this year."
They got
And-
Julio. They got AJ Brown. They think that they got it.
I
Nobody
guess,
can
man.
tell. Yeah, like I could tell you, the Steelers ain't making the Super Bowl. You're gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
You been watching, bro?
Right.
You been
That's
watching?
exactly what I'm saying, though. It's the same fucking way, man. It's the
Yeah,
same
I
thing.
mean, I get
You're
it.
not
It's
gonna
just-
say, well, you might be right, but shut the fuck up. No, it's not. You're just not gonna do it.
I get that. I do. I'm not oblivious to that. It's just it's tough to see because Derrick Henry is a once in a lifetime running back, and he needs to preserve himself the best way possible. You
Wait.
take that extra time to heal and do what you need to do so that you can come back in the same form that you started the season in this year, next year, instead of coming out here half-ass and not, you know what I mean?
well,
not
you don't want to
fully healed.
McCaffrey yourself.
McCaffrey's done.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, McCaffrey got used up, and he's only 24, 25, and
They abused the dog shit out
I
of him.
mean, he just got
And
used up.
I don't know if I maybe in another team he'll be able to flourish, but he's done with the Panthers, and he needs to be in a system where he's not the only person.
Yeah, he
not
needs to share a backfield.
He needs to share a backfield with somebody because he has amazing talent. He catches the ball great out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he could be a very big key for an offense in the right offense, but it ain't going to be the Panthers. Not with Stafford.
I mean, it's
or not
surprising.
Stafford, not with Darnold.
Well, Darnold's dog shit. So let's talk about. Let me.
This Dwight Schrute.
Oh God.
Is that a trade?
Yeah.
Rutrow, George.
I guess Darnold. I mean, the first 3 weeks looked great.
He did. I mean, he
Looked
did.
awesome.
And it's just like
Got me, man.
I was sold. I was
But,
ready to try to trade Neves for him.
The nail in the coffin was the pick six against the fucking Patriots because I watched the highlights.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any football this weekend again.
Right.
I'm trying to distance myself for various reasons because of I'm just getting pissed off. And I think this year a lot hinges with the Rams, how much we've moved stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of helped me not watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched the highlights and Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that throw? If I was who's there? Matt Rule. If I was Matt Rule, you're done for the day. maybe the year.
Yeah.
At least the next 3 weeks. Because that throw was fucking awful.
Yeah.
He had every bit to just throw it out of bounds, throw it to the tight end that was near the sideline. Nope. I'm just going to loft it right up to the fucking DB. Like, you were like, what the fuck was that? And, I mean, the lackluster effort to try to make the tackle was even the seal. You know, you're just like, get the fuck out of here. That game was kind of like, you were just like, whatever. But it is interesting, lined up with the Browns and the Patriots this week. And now Chubb has COVID.
Yeah.
And their backup, not D'Ernest, but the other backup running back to D'Ernest has COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Hunt's on the IR still somehow.
Yeah.
So D'Ernest Johnson, second chance. You're up.
Yeah.
That's a big game for both teams. I mean,
Who do they play this week?
The Browns. The Browns play the Patriots.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on the Patriots.
I don't. Well, to segue into the AFC North again, I don't know who's going to win the division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's fucking retarded how hard it is to pick that division.
Just a lot of battles.
Because the Bengals looked like world beaters for like 3 weeks. And then they just, for the next two, the Jets and then now the Browns, you were just like, how can you beat the Ravens so handedly at Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore looks great out of division, but in division, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
And they haven't played, I don't think they played you guys yet, have they?
No, the Ravens haven't. They play us later in the year.
Twice, like
Yeah.
close
Yeah.
together. Okay. So that'll be telling. The Browns, there's just injuries all over the fucking place.
Right.
That's where I was like, I'm off the wagon, man, because it's just injury after injury. OBJ's got his fucking ordeal. I don't know what the fuck his problem is. Now he's gone. Now he's cleared waivers. He's a free agent. His top destination is Green Bay. Okay. Have fun
Yeah.
with Aaron. You know, you guys will get great, get along great.
Yeah.
But to me, that division is the hardest one to pick right now.
Yeah.
Out of all of the divisions, the NFC West is pretty much an Arizona Cardinals, Rams horse race. That would, at the beginning of the season, I didn't think it would be like that.
Right.
But the AFC North, I don't know who's going to win. Week to week, you guys one looks great. The next week, you look like shit.
Right.
Then another team looks great. Then they look like shit. And you're just like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
Like, I don't know who to pick. I don't know what to pick. If I was a actual real bettor, I would stay away from any AFC North team. I'd just like, yeah. I don't know who's going to win, man.
Right.
Because I don't know who I'm going to get. Like, Burrow now is leading the league in interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like shit. I mean, throwing that pick early in the game,
Right.
that set the tone.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't do anything after that. You were just
Yeah.
like, well, what do we do? And then they gave
And
up
they
the big
just-
touchdown.
They never recovered.
No.
I mean, it was just a beat down from that point on. It
So-
was fun to watch though.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sure.
man, it was.
But let me say this.
'Cause that's the thing.
I'm
man.
not out to
Once you let the Browns start,
rolling and they can
that's-
run the ball.
but it doesn't stop. It's all downhill for them.
Right.
If you let them get up on you, and
Yep.
they're hype and they're rolling and their morale is up,
Well,
the whole damn team is that way, and they just take flight on you.
They can dictate the pace. It's kind of
It's
like
ugly.
like my Rams. If we get up, if we're winning by halftime, he's like 46 and 1 or some
but the
shit.
Chase was completely locked down
Right.
by the Browns rookie corner. I mean, completely locked down. It
Yeah.
was impressive.
He didn't have a good week, did he?
No,
He'll cool off a little bit.
he will.
I mean,
Well,
it-
you can't.
it's not
you gotta score
sustainable.
a deep touchdown every game for the whole season.
right,
You're not Devontae Adams.
right. And the Bengals defense just looked lost all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
They got beat on every aspect. I
Yep.
mean, they got outcoached, outplayed, everything.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
the
wild.
interceptions started like because they were down on the
Denzel Ward.
fucking 7 when they got that interception. Right.
That was a 100-yard run back, I think.
Right.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
it was 99, somewhere around there. But still, either way, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know who's going to win. And when I'm picking, I'm just fucking throwing darts in the dark. Just
I know who's winning.
That's great. I'm glad you do. Now you can get beat to shit and comments and talk
Well,
shit.
no, that's
too.
all love. I mean,
Your brother was mad.
I wasn't
at me, man.
shredding the.
He
I
was
wasn't
big
shredding the.
mad
Browns.
at
I
me
wasn't shredding the Browns last week.
Hey, I can't fuck
went
with
in on Baker Mayfield.
dude. He looked awful, and he
Everybody
my
has some
big
games, bro.
My big problem with him is he has that Michael Vick, Robert Griffin, who else? Like guys that just didn't know when to get the fuck down.
He's maturing because you could see a difference now between when he started in the league and just was putting his life out there for no reason when they didn't have a
this
team
shit
around
fucking
him.
hurts.
Well, it's just it's a maturing thing. You're learning and stuff like that, and you're learning to make these decisions. And you could even see it in that last game where he was taking himself out of plays that he didn't necessarily need to be in.
Well,
Where you're just like, don't go for that ball. And
Maybe-
he wanted to, and he's just like, oh wait, never mind.
Maybe the injury is a blessing in disguise.
It could be.
Calms his ass down.
Right.
I mean, fucking take a melatonin or something, dude.
It's just
I get it, man. He, like your brother said, he is a great leader. He is.
Yeah.
He is one of a
he's very
very like rah guy. Like, hey, follow me, I'll get you there.
That's right.
I might not win the game, but I can get you guys there.
Which is something they haven't had.
Right. I understand that, but
So for that offense to have that in a leader for the team and to get everybody hype and you guys sacrifice for me, I'm a sacrifice for you that's big.
the consistency is the big part. I gotta see it. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, that was a big issue with fucking Goff and other guys, but still.
Yeah, but I still think he matures in his own way. Everybody at their own progress and pace is gonna is gonna look a little bit different. Obviously, a part of different organizations, but as he matures with the Browns, you'll see, better decision making, better, being a little bit more reserved when need be, and different stuff like that.
Right.
Not just every play is your last play because it isn't. So
that was the big thing because I think it was what game was that where it was a decent game and he dove for the ball and that's where he retore his shoulder and I was like, why?
Yeah,
like, hey man, ain't nobody gonna get mad at you if you fucking fumble the ball and you just let him pick it up. Like,
well, and it probably wouldn't have been as bad had his shoulder not already been messed up.
Right.
I mean,
because he looked goofy as shit.
He should have had that brace on 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Not 2 weeks ago.
So
4 weeks ago, maybe.
Right. The Raiders.
What about
the?
Are we talking about the Raiders or what?
Yeah.
What about them?
I mean, just what the fuck's going on in Las Vegas,
mean,
man?
The hits just keep coming for Vegas. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you do? At what point, like
that entire 2020 draft is gone except Brian Edwards.
Yes, and it's like, what do you do? You got no head coach. Well, you have a head coach now, but you lost your head coach. You lost your star receiver.
Yeah.
You still got a whole season to play. They're not terrible positioning, but I mean,
that was a bad loss.
They have to
get
their shit together.
That was a bad loss against the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants are terrible.
Well, what was it? 6 underdogs won?
Yeah, it was a great week. It was a terrible week for betting.
It was a terrible week for fantasy football.
It was a fantastic week for entertainment.
Well, yeah, you're like, what the fuck's going on? But I don't. That's the thing. I think the NFL wants parity.
Right.
As a fan, do I? I don't know because I don't know who is the world beater team besides maybe, and I hate to say it, the Cardinals, just because of the showing they put on without Kyler and without Hopkins. They just went into San Francisco and just.
Yeah, but who's San Francisco?
Well, yeah, that's the other. San Francisco's garbage.
Francisco?
I'm not going to see him.
I could see. Should you win this game even without two of your stars? Yes, because San Francisco sucks. Had you lost that game, everybody been like, well, you didn't have Hopkins. You didn't
Right.
have
There's
Murray,
always a built-in excuse.
You always got next week, whatever. But
Right.
it's like,
They just went in there. They handed the
I'm
fucking
not
ball
impressed.
off.
I mean,
Well,
come
yeah,
on.
no, I mean, I'm not overly impressed, but they went in there, they did their business, and they won.
Right.
Whereas everyone else this fucking week went in and just shit the bed.
Not everybody.
Besides the Steelers.
Not everybody.
And the Cardinals. You almost shit the bed, though.
Yeah.
It was very close.
It was
like
tight.
you were like, it was just, it seems, from me not watching the games, like right then and there, and I'm just checking the scores, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, yeah.
You know, and I was looking at every game with 1 o'clock, every underdog was winning. And then the 4 o'clock games, and then every underdog won except the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fucking Rams came on, and I just knew. I knew going into that game because after all of today's slate, I texted my buddy Hill, and I was like, the NFL is either rigged or either maybe we're just in a real rut.
It's just a great year.
For players, and they're tired.
It's just a great year.
No, man, I don't want to see that shit.
Competitiveness.
I don't want to see 8-8s. I don't want to see 9-8s.
It's a battle.
9-8.
It's a battle.
8-9. No.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to see every team doing that though.
Not every team's gonna be able to survive that way. There's teams that are getting lucky that won't.
There's teams like the Titans
There's teams who are not who their records show. You know what I mean?
There's teams like the Titans who obviously they're going to take some L's, but I'm firmly in the boat. They're winning that division. They're going to make the playoffs, and they'll take a nice early exit. Mm-hmm. Even if they get Derrick Henry back.
Right.
Because they're not complete, like you said.
No, they've got too much work to do as far as the defense goes.
The past 5 weeks, their defense has figured it out, man.
They have a little bit, but they also have lost in the last 5 weeks. I mean, their games, and it's not like they're winning these games where they're not okay. So yeah, their last game they won that game by a couple scores, but the rest of their games that they're winning are not blowouts.
Well,
I mean, they're
no
tight
one's
games.
blowing out anybody.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. So their defense, it's not like their defense is holding on or anything like that. It's at all. It's just they're getting into these scoring battles with people. It's like how much time is on the clock left and who can score last.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously the linchpin always that held it together was Derrick Henry because they could run the ball out.
Right. I'm not sold on AP coming in and being their savior. Not one bit. I don't give a shit what that game looked like.
He's going to commit it.
I mean, I don't give a shit he's no better than Le'Veon for the Ravens, if you ask me.
Oh, no, he's a fill-in guy. I mean,
Right.
he's not a every down guy. He's not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
Right. So you went to the UC game Saturday.
Oh my God, dude! You want to talk about being?
How was that?
Oh God, exhausting. I'm getting tired just thinking about it, dude.
What happened?
So we met at the warehouse at 10.
Yeah, you guys were out pretty late
in the morning, and then we went down to UC.
Shit. This man got exhausted right here in front of us talking about.
Listen, went down to UC, walked from where we parked at this parking garage at this hotel. We walked up to Vine Street, drank, hung out, partied, had some food there, and then we walked over to the stadium, went up to the Truly deck, started drinking some more, watched the game. I wasn't even paying attention to the UC game. I watched the end of the OSU game on a big TV they had up there, and then we watched Purdue beat the dog shit out of Michigan.
I warned you.
While we watched UC get into a battle with fucking Tulsa.
Hey, man, it's a game, dude.
With Tulsa.
Hey, bro. Every conference knows everybody, man.
So
that's the way it is.
It was a lot of fun though. It was a good time. We had fun. After the game, we went out. We ended up hitting 4 places on the way home to grab a drink.
Yeah, I saw that.
From Cincinnati.
Looked like a good time though.
It was a good time, but it was an exhausting time.
It's a long day.
I'm too old for that.
Yeah, it's a long day. We ain't 28 anymore.
Sunday was rough.
I bet. It looked like good seats though. I mean, where
it
you guys
was.
at?
Oh yeah. So like where the Truly party deck is, I mean,
it's in that south corner.
Yeah, I mean
southwest
they were
corner.
good. Yeah, they were good seats. You could see. I mean, it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been there since they fully renovated it, but I've been there. Oh, at Nippert Stadium.
Watching UC is like watching like I told you, it's like watching a real good high school team.
Come on, man. That's disrespect.
You know what I mean? It's like watching Perma or something.
Dude, if they were playing Notre Dame, you'd have been like, damn, I'm at the Notre Dame UC game. This is pretty fucking dope. This is pretty fucking dope.
I don't know. I don't know that Notre Dame's very impressive either.
Notre Dame is ranked 7th.
Probably not now.
Yes, they are currently
7th?
7th. Yes.
I mean,
You know who's number
what's
2?
it mean anymore though?
You know who's number 2?
I don't.
UC.
UC's ranked number 2 now.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
I'm just telling
is
you.
that committee or what?
That is AP top 25. It's right
But
there at
for
the bottom of the
for
scroll.
the college,
It's scrolling at the bottom.
College playoff ranking.
Yes, I understand that those rankings may be different, but I still stand firm that they make a top 4.
They should.
As long as they win out.
Listen,
That's fine. You could
if
say they
UC
shouldn't.
gets into a game with what should be the top 4 to 6 teams,
You never know.
oh no, I know. You're talking about a waste of everybody's fucking time.
I don't
They
firmly agree with that.
Are not that
They
team,
should
pal.
lose,
No,
but
and,
will they lose? I don't know this year because this NIL bullshit
not only are they going
is
to lose,
rearing its head, dude.
not only are they going to lose, I'm talking like
if they are the
I'm telling you, if they get into one of these games and they play like I don't give a fuck win or lose, they play the way they play now against these other top tier teams,
agree with
they
you.
won't be invited back for the next 5 years. I'm telling you, it's
That's
like,
not true.
Oh, UC, get the fuck out, never again.
UC got to a they played Florida when Tim Tebow was there in a New Year's Bowl, and that was when they weren't doing what they do now, where the top 4 go to the fucking
Right.
BCS.
That was before all that. Yeah.
Playoffs, which it should be 6 teams anyways.
It should be like 10.
Either way, I'm in the firm group that they deserve to go if they go undefeated. And you may have a chaos scenario within the next 3 weeks where Georgia is going to play Alabama in the SEC championship. So if Alabama beats Georgia, who goes? Who goes out of those two?
Both of them.
You think both of them still deserve to go?
Yeah.
What if Alabama comes in there and just rakes Georgia across the field, 40 points win?
That won't happen. Not on
I'm
Georgia's
just saying.
defense is the best at Georgia's defense right now is the best in college over the last 4 years and probably the next couple years to come.
2019 Buckeyes were probably the best defense I ever saw.
How'd they do in 2019?
They got beat by the Clemson referees. So that's what happened. As far as Cincinnati, hey man, I'm all for one of those small teams. If they go undefeated and they beat a ranked opponent, maybe 2, 3, you deserve it.
I'm telling you, man.
You deserve it.
All the
I don't give a fuck about Power 5. I don't give a shit.
I get that, but
I don't give a flying
I'm
fuck.
telling you, the glitter ain't gold. I mean, it
Hey,
ain't.
guess what? The glitter ain't gold for Notre Dame.
It's exciting.
Notre Dame got invited, 2 years ago? What happened to them? They got fucking throttled. But
Right,
guess
this
what?
is what's gonna happen.
Every fucking year they get invited back. What's the fucking
to the
difference?
playoffs?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
They've only been in the playoffs twice, I think. Right?
And both times, how'd it turn out? I'm pretty
fair
sure
enough.
there was a pretty good beatdown.
Fair enough, but you're the same thing. Over
Don't
and
give
over
me
again.
this. It's Notre Dame. It's not.
No, it's not. I'm not a Notre Dame fan by any means, but it's just
They're not even in a goddamn conference.
right. So to me, it's just hard to. It's again. When you're watching these teams, it's just like, yeah. I mean, I see you winning,
Right, I agree. They're not winning big.
but you're still I mean, you're playing like backyard football. I mean,
Well,
shit.
they're not playing what is perceived as big boy football as the
because
Big
they
Ten.
it's not. They don't have the caliber of players.
I can tell you this: after the top 5, it's all dog shit to me. Because it all looks bad.
It all looks like you see. It all looks the same. It looks a
No
little bit
team
faster.
is
It looks a
good.
little bit faster than high school, but not fast enough for the NFL. That's what it looks like to me.
No, it's like the NFL right now. I don't know who's good.
There's teams that are
The
definitively
only
good.
team I know that is definitively good is the Georgia Bulldogs, and that's because of their defense, not their offense. Their offense is dog shit, and they will possibly get beat by Bama if they play them.
I think they'll get beat by Bama because it's Bama.
And if
And it's
if
Nick
Bama
Saban.
wins and Georgia, let's say Bama wins by like 20, I don't know who gets picked. Somebody's gonna. It could be both.
Right.
Does it deserve to be? Fuck no. Because the SEC always gets that bullshit.
They need to expand the size of that playoff, though.
Well, the SEC always gets the, well, they're both good. Whereas if it's, let's say, the Big Ten and Ohio State is undefeated, and let's say Wisconsin's got one loss.
Ohio State's got in with a loss before.
I understand. We won
So
the
is Bama, though.
we won the national championship, the first national championship.
Right.
Um,
The
But-
12 gauge.
but there's never two Big Ten teams.
No.
How many times has there been two Big 12 or Big SEC teams? Sorry.
Oh,
Big
it's always.
SEC.
It's
It happens more so.
more so.
And you want to know why? Because ESPN has stock in Disney. Do you know who Disney has stock in?
Okay.
The SEC network. I'm just telling you.
Um,
Fuck the SEC.
I agree. To an extent.
Fuck Bama. Fuck Georgia. Fuck all y'all. If it wasn't for Bama, the SEC wouldn't even be anything.
Oh, no. I fully agree with that.
Now, there was some good years for LSU, but that's done. Because
Yeah.
y'all out there having whatever you're
But just
doing.
as Bama is the king of the SEC, who's the king of the Big Ten?
Oh, of course. But we always get that mantra of luck eyes, luck eyes, luck eyes,
No, dog.
luck eyes. Oh, you won. You lost early. You lucked into the playoff.
No.
We just took care of business like normal, and that's what it is.
Everybody expects OSU to go out and beat everybody by 40 or 50, and you want games to be competitive. Like I'm personally not going to watch a blowout every time a team plays. That's why I don't watch the Bucks early on in the year. I'm not going to sit down and watch a team just beat the dog shit out of somebody and cheer the whole time. Oh, the Bucks. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not into none of that. I don't care. That does nothing for me. So I don't. There's a good part of the season where I won't watch them at all.
Right.
Until things start to get a little bit more interesting and a little bit harder. Because it's just, for me, it
Well,
doesn't
once
do
Big
anything
Ten
for me.
play starts,
Right.
you guys know, but all the teams know each other. You know your tendencies. You know what you like to
Right.
do. I mean, I don't know if the Buckeyes get in. If they lose in the next week, fuck no,
They're not
done.
going to lose, but if they have to win out, and they should make it in.
play
If-
Purdue,
in
Michigan
my honest
State.
opinion, watching other teams,
But
and
here's-
seeing other teams' gameplay and seeing other teams like how they've done so far this year, to me, it's a no-brainer. But
Well, the problem I have with it is that, like I was talking to your brother, I would rather have Michigan win out because their schedule was easier on the next 3 weeks leading up to the Michigan-Ohio State game.
yeah,
I was worried that Michigan State wasn't going to be able to sustain an undefeated record until we played them. And lo and behold, Purdue comes along and fucking plays spoiler maker,
Right.
like always.
the spoiler maker. That's
Now we play
hilarious.
them this week,
Right. Who?
Purdue.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to beat Ohio State. I'm not saying
I wouldn't
that.
count on it.
They do every 3 to 4 years. I mean, Rondell Moore beat our ass on Halloween night like
I watched it. It was
2-3
ugly.
years ago.
It was real ugly. I don't foresee it happening though. I don't.
No, but it shouldn't. But if it does, that's it. That's a
Because
wrap.
they know what they need to do to be able to make it to the playoffs, and that means winning out, and it means winning out in good fashion.
Just win. Just
So,
win out.
right.
At this point, you don't have to win big
Right.
because I think Oregon's gonna fuck up.
I don't know who's UC have left to play.
They have SMU, which is ranked. They play somebody else, and then I think they have their conference USA championship game. And then we play. The Ohio State plays Purdue, Michigan State, Michigan. It's a pretty tough slate, and then they play the Big Ten championship.
Right.
They could If they lose, then UC's a walk-in as long as they go undefeated. If they lose and Ohio State loses, and you get Georgia gets beat by Alabama, oh my God!
I mean, it could get very interesting and messy over the next 3 weeks and stuff like that. But that's the issue
usually
with
doesn't.
These whatever ranking is 1 through 25 versus what's your college playoff ranking is so like ass backwards. It's like what's everybody doing? Like, why is there such a big discrepancy?
Right.
And what does the 1 through 25 power ranking mean if it has nothing to do with the playoff ranking?
Right.
So there has to, thank goodness they did add the playoffs for a national championship, but there's work to be done on that way that system is built.
Oh, for sure. It should be 6 to 8 teams, maybe.
I agree.
But that's a little college football. I don't really want to get into it too much. I'm not a big watcher as much as I used to be, but hey, I'm gonna root for Buckeyes. I'm gonna root for anybody Ohio. Go Bearcats. Go fucking Buckeyes.
Go Bearcats.
Go fucking
I
Bobcats.
heard a lot of, I'm done with politics. I'm tired of hearing
No, I
about
don't
this
want
shit.
to talk
But man,
about
when
it.
you
Not
go
today.
on campus, every time you turn around, let's go Brandon. Come on, bro. Nobody gives a shit about that.
I don't know what that's about. I don't
You
know what
that
that
means?
Nope. Don't want to know. Keep me in
I'm
the
gonna tell
dark.
you anyways. It means fuck
Keep
Joe
me
Biden. It's there
in the dark.
So people, for some reason, created that as a whatever. It means it happened at a college football game.
It's subtle.
Where people were yelling, "Fuck Joe Biden," and they thought it meant, or the announcers thought they were saying, "Let's go Brandon," and then it turned.
Oh,
into,
they turned it into.
Now people are saying, instead of just saying that, they're saying, "Let's go Brandon." And
When
it's
did
just
going to a
whack,
football
dog.
game?
It's whack.
When did going to a football game and starting chants about politics?
Politics have always been a popular thing at college campuses.
Yeah, that's fine at college.
You're 18. You're 18 and you're becoming an adult, which means you can vote and you're finding your identity. You're finding
Great.
all these things about yourself, and it's one more thing to attach yourself to, which apparently people love nowadays, to be able to attach themselves to some type of fucking identity. Whatever.
That's cool. Have fun with that.
So
I can't
it
wait
is.
till this
Politics
is
have
all
always
over.
been a popular thing on college campuses, and even more so now, where it's such a big part of the media and everything you see day in, day out. So that's where that's why you see a lot of it.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm just telling.
That's
you.
what I'm gonna say.
But you're welcome. Now you know. You didn't want to, but now
I'm
you
in
do.
the dark.
Not
Let's
anymore.
go, Jeremy. All right, we're gonna get into the pick'ems for the week. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this quick.
Yo,
All right, Baltimore at Miami Thursday night.
Baltimore.
Baltimore, I agree.
I'm gonna pray, but Baltimore.
It should be. It's supposed to rain. Detroit 0-8 at your boys, Steelers. Agreed.
Steelers.
Um,
Hopefully, I'm hoping for a straight, which they really needed. I'm hoping for a straight motherfucking ass whooping.
well, Detroit's gonna throw everything at you because they just want to win. They just want one.
It ain't gonna be this week, dog.
I hope not. Tampa Bay at Washington.
They should never. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay, but they shouldn't have lost their last game.
I mean, everybody has bad games, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Atlanta, 4-4
Ooh,
at Dallas, 6-2.
Atlanta, boy.
Taking
But
Atlanta?
I don't know, bro. That's one of those picks. It's like after this week, it's like
I don't hold
Matt
much
Ryan.
stock
Is
in
that
it.
you, dog? Is that Super Bowl Matt Ryan out there on the field?
It's more Cordero Patterson. That motherfucker's just been on.
He's a beast, ain't he?
He's turned out to be something this year.
I'm gonna.
He's a dark horse.
It's so
for
hard,
fantasy,
man, 'cause-
pickup of the year.
Dallas has
I'm taking Dallas. I'm not
Dallas
going
has
to try.
so much talent.
You're talking about the Atlanta Falcons, dog.
Who'd they beat this last week?
The Saints were Trevor Simeon.
They
led.
embarrassed the Saints.
They did.
We're gonna go with Dallas. Dallas, don't let me down, man. I swear to God, if Dallas comes out and does what they did against Denver, you will never hear any more. You will never hear me say another good thing about that team until everybody that's on it now is fucking gone.
Bad losses happen.
until
team.
everybody's on that team is gone. I'll never say another. If they come out and play the way they played Denver, a fucking goose egg almost.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that.
It's embarrassing.
Should have been a goose egg. 5-3 Saints at 7-2 Tennessee Titans.
They'll never survive that game.
Who?
Saints. Trevor Siemian.
They're probably gonna start old boy this week. I think.
Hill was playing.
Huh?
Taysom Hill played.
Well, they need to get his ass in there. And
No, he played the whole game, but not at quarterback.
Well, he needs to be quarterback.
He ain't.
I understand he ain't the answer, but
Here's
shit,
the
run
deal.
some trick plays the whole game.
They'll never survive against this fucking.
Oh no, the Titans are gonna win. I agree. I'm just
Which
the Saints are gonna
over here fueling your argument about how fucking good they are.
I'm not. It's not fueling it. I'm just saying they're a good team. They're gonna win that division. They have a schedule that just lines up.
The Saints
perfect
won't
for
lie
'em.
down. It'll be a tough game because the Saints have key defensive.
Well, Kamara might be hurt.
hey, it's time to shine, Mark Ingram.
They're bringing in Kerryon Johnson. That's what I read. So,
Ooh,
um,
that could be interesting.
yeah, I'm taking the Titans. As
I'm
well.
going to go with the Titans.
Buffalo 5-3. Another team.
You
that
want to
will
talk
just-
about?
Goddamn.
Let's go, Urban.
Yeah.
Hey,
Buffalo
hey,
5-3.
Hey, tell me that shit did
like
not
I
make you
said,
smile.
man.
Tell me that did not make you smile.
Honestly, I didn't know they won till I think you text me.
Tell me that didn't make you smile.
And then I looked
though.
at the score and I went,
Tell me that did not make you smile, yo. With this
It
whole
would- you know-
soccer score.
you know, it would make me smile if James Robinson would have scored a touchdown. But he got hurt. But that's all right.
He was. Yeah, that was no good,
And he'll be back. He's fine.
bruh. You said they wasn't gonna win another game.
They
But not only did they win a game,
eh,
they beat Josh Allen
they
and
kicked
the
some field
Buffalo
goals.
Digs.
They kicked some field goals, dude. They didn't win a game. They may have won, but not in any fashion of a win. Buffalo 5-3 against the 2-6 Jets.
Sorry, Jets.
Yeah, the
I mean,
Buffalo
you have to
Bills
wait
are about
another
to
week to get a win, White Mike.
Throttled
Yeah,
because the Buffalo Bills are mad.
they're pissed.
So yeah, I'm taking Buffalo on that one.
You gotta
Cleveland
rebound.
5-4 against New England 5-4.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
I'm
not sold on the New England Patriots. I understand they've won some games, but
You know, I and this ain't no hate. This ain't no hate.
Here
I'm
you go
taking
again. Listen,
New England.
No, you take New England.
I'm
but
taking
you're gonna
New
hear
England.
about it. I'm just telling you.
That's fine. I will hear about
He's
it.
gonna
I hear
find-
from both
How
of you.
dare you go blah 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 blah.
I'm gonna take New England in an ugly fashion, and this is the reason why. I don't trust Baker and Dearness Johnson to beat a Bill Belichick defense.
I do. Here's the thing, though.
But if he does, hey, I'll be right there with you. I'll be like, look, all right, I think he's turned the corner. Maybe we got something here. But I need to see it. But till then, Mac Jones and the Patriots are gonna just.
You know what I don't like
Ugly
about
win.
Mac Jones? Him trying to break somebody's ankle.
Now I didn't see the video yet.
Hey,
I haven't seen it.
listen to me.
Don't try
Scumbag.
I need to see the video.
Hey, not okay.
I need to see the video.
That's like some
till the jury's out for me.
overprivileged. I'm mad because bruh. I'm mad because I got sacked or
I need to see the
force
video.
fumbled, whatever it is. So now I'm gonna try to roll you. I'm gonna try to break your ankle.
Yeah, I need to see the video. I haven't seen it. I'm not gonna till I say something.
I would have tore old boy's head off.
If it's blatant,
That's-
I'll agree with you. Next week I will say, hey, that was blatant, but I haven't seen the video.
Not good.
Jacksonville 2-6 against the 4-5 Indianapolis on the come up.
Jacksonville,
Colts.
huh? Jacksonville, huh?
Hey
Where's the
man,
game
in
at?
division game. It's in Indianapolis.
Man, that's
Are
a
you gonna
tough-
do it? Are you gonna sit here and dog your boys after you piped them up?
I need to know two things. I need to know if Trevor Lawrence is going to be healthy.
Yes, he will play.
And I need to know if Robbins is going to be healthy.
He will play. He's already back. It's up to you, man. What do you want to do?
It's tough because
Because now that puts you at 4-6.
Jonathan Taylor is so good.
He is good.
Jonathan Taylor is a absolute beast.
He is really good. It's pissing me off because I don't understand how he can be so good
He's
and that team be so bad.
They've had some tough losses. Anyways,
Yeah, they're about to have a real tough loss if you take
the
Jacksonville.
Colts. We're gonna go with the Colts because it's listen. I get it. You beat that. Don't you fucking do it. I get it. You beat Buffalo. All right, that's all. fine and good.
Now it's just, they just beat Buffalo.
But
They just beat them.
I
By a
just
soccer
don't
score.
see them stopping Jonathan Taylor, and that's the key to that offense.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with
I mean,
you there.
he is the key to that offense right now.
Yeah,
So,
I'll take the Colts to
it's-
get to 500 finally.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Minnesota 3-5 against
Fuck the Vikings, dude.
LA Chargers.
The Chargers.
Easy.
This
is a game that the Chargers would lose, though.
Vikings, all they had to do was hold out against the Ravens.
Don't be mad, man. You'll get your shot.
Disgusting,
You'll
dude.
get your shot to take care of your business. Carolina 4-5 against the 8-1 Arizona Cardinals.
Cardinals, the times 1,000, dude.
If PJ Walker starts, I'm taking the Panthers.
What?
PJ Walker, dog. If he starts,
PJ Walker, who?
the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers.
Nah, pick one. No
PJ Walker
contingency.
starts, I'm taking the Panthers.
You're gonna take the Dwight Schrutes.
PJ
Over-
Walker, the quarterback who is
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about
African American.
No, I'm talking about Sam Darnold. Looks
I don't
like
give a
Dwight
shit
Schrute.
about. I understand that.
But-
Fuck him. He sucks.
You think the Panthers can beat them?
If PJ Walker starts, I think it's a dynamic that Arizona might not know what to do. But I'm taking the Cardinals.
Didn't he start this past week?
No, he didn't start. He was possibly to start, depending on how Darnold looked in warm-ups, and apparently Darnold looked alive.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm still taking the Cardinals because Kyler Murray's gonna be back, and I believe Nuke is too.
Should be, yeah. I would imagine.
Is
So.
I'm talking.
Well, he's got a hamstring issue.
You're at full
so.
form again. Even without him, they're at full form.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. But hamstring, that's a big deal. Philadelphia 3-6 at 5-4 Denver.
Oh God, I don't know. To be honest with you, it could be a battle. I mean,
I will take Denver.
I'm gonna have to go with Denver as well.
3-5. Russell Wilson's back. Seahawks against the 5-2.
Is he really back? That's
Yeah, he's coming back. 5-2, or sorry, 7-2 Green Bay Packers. That may be without Aaron Rodgers.
If Aaron Rodgers is back, it's the Packers.
That's tough, man. If I'm gonna take Seattle.
Okay.
I hate it, but I'm gonna take them. They need to win.
They
They're
do because
They're
they
gonna
have
fucking
none.
do all they can if they can too.
Right.
5-4 Chiefs
Oh,
against
this
the
team-
5-3
This team may not be done yet.
Las Vegas Raiders. That's
Chiefs.
the Sunday
The
night
Chiefs.
football game.
The Chiefs. The Chiefs ain't done yet. And the Raiders just don't have what it takes.
I'm
to
taking
beat
the
Chiefs.
Raiders. I'm not riding that
That's
wave.
hilarious.
I'm gonna take the Raiders, and I hate it. But another primetime game: Rams 7-2 against San Francisco 3-5 on Monday Night Football.
Rams against San Francisco. We're gonna have to go with the Rams, despite Stafford looking like he's still hanging out in Detroit. We're gonna have to go with the Rams because the 49ers are just not that team.
The Rams should win, but I know McVay in primetime.
Oh, here we go. You can't possibly tell me you're gonna pick the 49ers.
No, I'm not picking the 49ers.
They don't have any running backs. They've got one receiver. They have half a quarterback.
Rams, but if I was a betting man, I would not take them to cover.
Ooh. I bet you they come out and throttle.
They should. They should
I
be
mean,
fucking pissed.
That's what I'm saying. That
They
defense.
looked like
Your who you
Von Miller?
think is going to be their saving grace.
Oh no, he's not saving grace. He's
he
just
didn't
a piece.
play this last week, but he's going to be playing this week coming up.
He should be.
Yes,
He's a piece. I'm not saying he's like the world
know,
beater.
I know you were just excited, which is fine.
Hey,
I'd
man.
be- well,
We
I don't
better
know.
be 2 and a second and a third. I mean, fuck, dude. We've given up everything.
Right.
Somehow we still have 7 picks. I don't know how, but we do.
Just trades.
Well, we got low-level fucking 5th and 6th rounders.
Right.
They're going to trade those fucking things for, like, 2nd rounders.
Probably.
Or 3rd.
Packaged, yeah.
One
Put 'em
one
together.
pick the whole damn weekend. You got anything else?
No, man, not really. I don't think. Just
Solomon, I'm
about
sorry
to-
for hurting you.
just hang out. I mean, nothing. Just work.
Nothing. It's nothing against you or your Browns. I watch football.
Shit was hilarious though.
But he was mad. Boy, he was big mad.
He was rolling.
That's fine. He got the high score and he won his game of the week.
He
so.
tore it up in fantasy. That's what,
$100.
yeah.
He got his half his money back.
He had a whole ass weekend.
I don't have anything else. I guess there's been a few albums to come out. They were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Limp Bizkit, finally, after
Yep.
10 years.
After a while, instead of the single, you got the whole deal.
Yeah, you got the gem of an album. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, no, it's too short. Shut the fuck up.
I mean,
It's
just
been 10 years.
just
Take what you
enjoy
get.
it. Just enjoy it. Yeah,
Take what
just
you
enjoy
get.
It.
I
feel
will.
that.
I will take a vinyl though if I can get one, but it's not coming out. I don't think.
You don't think so?
Dude, they don't even have it coming out on fucking a CD.
Why
I mean,
would
nobody
they?
buys a CD,
Right, I was
but
gonna say, why would they?
still, there's nothing physical. Nothing.
Interesting. I'm sure there'll be vinyls. I mean, that's
They
the-
were
the
on
shit.
Cash Money Records there for like 7 years of the 10-year hiatus and never put an album out on it.
Really?
Nope.
Huh?
You know how much that one vinyl I have is worth? It's like $150 fucking dollars, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah, I didn't pay that, but
Right.
I found it.
Dang.
You know, I found it.
I know some. I mean, I know there's some good money in some of the vinyls and stuff like that right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
They're starting to get more popular again.
it's the only way to really buy an album. Blah, 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 blah. Buy an album.
Jake created his own poll. I'm so proud of him.
Did he? Nice. Finally, somebody fucking did something for themselves once. I don't have anything else. You guys have a great weekend.
Yeah, enjoy it. It's gonna start getting colder here in Ohio starting next week.
You know what's on the
I'm
slate for
taking-
Sunday?
I finally figured out what week I'm taking vacation. Right at the week after Thanksgiving.
Okay. You going anywhere? No?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I was just happy I was able to pick
Yeah.
the days.
You know what's coming Sunday possibly?
Snow.
40% chance.
Yeah, but it'd be like snow rain mix.
I don't give a shit. Go away.
Yeah, it's a little too early for all that.
There's no time for it ever.
I'm not necessarily overly joyed about it. Necessarily.
Yeah, that's all I got. You guys enjoy your weekend. Stay out of trouble. Hit that like button. We'll see you next week right here
Yeet.
on episode 35. 35.
34. Oh, next week's 35.
Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry, we're stupid. All right. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Peace.
Sticks and Stones podcast.
Sticks and stones. Have you heard?
Hell yeah, brother.